Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, behind me is a beautiful desert scenery where I am actually on a little bit of R&R vacation. So we're actually going to be using this wall, which is, believe it or not, the outside of my Airbnb here. This is actually the perfect green screen. Well, not really the perfect green screen. I'm going to have to look a little bit like a hologram throughout most of this, but it's okay. We're going to do the news as normal. Get ready for today's very special desert edition of FUD TV News. Mastercard looks to hire blockchain experts. ICOs setting new records each month with $2 billion flowing in March alone. Malta seeks to test a new regulatory instrument on the cryptocurrency industry. Cryptojackers take over a Twitter account connected with the Nigerian government. And the market records some slight gains as we hold strong above the $320 billion mark. We've got all your headlines and some daily market analysis. I'm Elio Trades, and your FUD TV Daily Update starts now. Welcome back, FUD Nation. We can see that Bitcoin has recorded a slight gain, and it's really started pumping up here even in the last few minutes. We have a 4% gain here on Bitcoin. We have 5.5% on Ethereum, and Ripple's really booming here with another 7% day. Ripple's just been monstrous over the last few days. We've had strong performances out of all the top 10 coins. Look at Cardano with an 11% pump, Stellar over 15%, IOTA really, I guess, is leading the top 10 pack here with over 20% gains, and NEO with a nice pump. Almost everything is in greens except for EOS, which is barely hanging on to a little red. It looks like the market just got energized a few minutes ago. We see a lot of coins pumping here with Bitcoin Private leading the top 100. Then we have IOTA following shortly with BitShares, then NXT, Bytecoin, and Substratum. A lot of coins up here in this 20% range. You can see that the market's just looking really healthy as we head towards this heavily predicted date of April 17th that was supposed to be a very bullish movement. So things are looking good. Things are looking like the experts, the technical analysts that are sitting in their big ivory towers making those predictions, well, they might be onto something. We're saying that this next week might be the beginning of a sustained bull run. We'll hopefully be seeing that this bull run continues on throughout weeks and hopefully months, as we need a lot of sustained growth to make up and recover to where this market was back in January. Truly believe that that can happen within a few months, but it might take until summer or late summer for that to actually occur, for us to actually exceed that $830 billion market cap that we were at. It looks like the long-awaited altcoin season might be upon us, and we might be seeing health come into the market and recovery come into the market, and seeing a lot of these coins that have sagged truly below where they should be, that they're very undervalued, start to come and make up some of that gap. I think there's a lot of coins in the top 100 that are truly undervalued. So if you've been accumulating, and if you've been going against what sort of the gut feeling is telling you to do and actually getting more coins as this market has been slumping, then you'll be feeling good as this recovery starts to make its way and hopefully bring us back up to the $400 or $500 billion mark on our way to a full recovery. In our lead news out of the day, we have word that Mastercard is hiring blockchain experts. Of course, this shouldn't be a total surprise, as a ton of companies are now turning to blockchain. Everybody knows it's the future of payment processing, and of course, if you're Mastercard, Visa, PayPal, any of the big powers that be in payment processing that are existing today, well, they have to be eyeing this up as their next move. Mastercard is looking to take on 175 new hires, ranging from software engineers to data scientists, information security experts, and blockchain specialists. And the need for good talent is certainly pressing. It's a huge pain point. Obviously, we know that this is happening in Ireland, and that's significant because Ireland has become a hub of sort of international companies because of their very friendly tax policies. We're seeing it happen in Malta. We're seeing it happen in places like Bermuda. We're seeing it happen in Switzerland. We're seeing it happen in Japan. We're seeing companies, or countries rather, step forward to try to offer progressive regulation that will allow for companies to feel very much so safe in setting up shop there. So all in all, this is extremely bullish news from Mastercard. More of the same, more of a story of adoption, and we'll look for all of these companies to turn into essentially big blockchains soon. And yes, despite the slump in the market, the ICO space has not slowed even a little bit. It's heating up, actually, with records being set each and every month. This is actually indicative of a larger trend of ICOs just being essentially very smart ways and very efficient ways to raise capital. It's not just companies like Telegram raising huge amounts of capital for their ICOs for cryptocurrencies. You're also seeing companies like Spotify doing very weird sort of ways that they're raising $30 billion, and that just happened this week. They actually avoided the sort of traditional route to avoid certain fees, and that just shows that young companies, even as big as Spotify, are looking for unconventional ways to save money as they raise funds for their ventures. It's not that easy. It's kind of cumbersome to raise funds in the traditional way. So ICOs offer a really welcome alternative to that, and that's partly what's going to fuel this revolution. It's not just going to be new blockchain projects. It's going to be a funding mechanism for anything that's much more logical and much more efficient. But nonetheless, the space is truly explosive, and 54 companies combined for over $2 billion in funding in March alone. Huge stuff. And Malta pushes the rulebook forward as it pertains to cryptocurrency. The purpose of this proposed test is to essentially determine whether this asset, the digital asset, falls under EU rules or Malta's proposed Virtual Financial Assets Act, VFAA. In response to positive feedback, Malta is saying that they are considering introducing the test as a requirement. Essentially, you can see here that there's all these different requirements: virtual token, transferable security, money market instrument, units and collective investment scheme, financial derivatives. There's all these different sort of denominations, and some of them lead to them being a virtual financial asset under VFAA, and some of them don't. Regardless, this is a sort of way to funnel and differentiate the different kinds of assets that are being circulated out there. It's sometimes not that easy and clear to tell what kind of asset you're investing in and what kinds are going to be regulated and what kinds are really not going to be that regulated. Anyway, this just furthers Malta's reputation as blockchain island.
Blockchain island.
Blockchain needs an island. We need an island. We need one. And yes, a Nigerian Twitter account associated with the government has been hacked. Wouldn't you know it? They were trying to scam people out of their crypto. I don't know what to say. Stop sending people crypto. Here's a good way to tell if someone's scamming you. They ask for money. Anyway, stop sending people money. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you loved it, don't be afraid to smash that like button, comment below, or share the broadcast. I'm Elio Trades. I'm going to get back to relaxing out here in the desert. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with me today, dealing with my makeshift green screen and all that. So thank you so much for rocking with me, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.